realize a year is nothing to learn Arabic. It's just 1 year of focus. And then the rest of your life, you're gonna need Arabic to leave the Quran as a lifestyle.
Yeah, well, this is the one thing I don't like when you have to host brothers knowing they have to leave, man. No homo though.
لا طيب
طيبت يعني
هتزعله ولا ايه؟ لا مش زعلان.
I'm good.
لا طيب يا اخي طيب.
It started with a young man that just wanted to understand the Quran. And now, it's a global movement you'll probably want to be a part of. This is Muhammad al-Andalusi on tour across 4 cities in Australia. September 2025. Behind the scenes, raw, unscripted, on the road. Welcome to the Arabic Revival 360 tour.
وأنزلنا من المعصرات ماء ثجاجا
لنخرج به حبا ونباتا
وجنات ألفافا.
Come to Australia, they ask me, oh, you're from Barcelona, what do you think about Barcelona football? I don't care, what are you talking about? I came here to give dawah, we're all gonna die. Talking about Barcelona team, I don't care about no Ronaldinho, Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. What they gonna do for me in my grave? My nigga. What was that again? My nigga, me. The brother he's talking about, he wants a sister that speaks Arabic, this, that. Let's marry a sister that speaks Arabic. Oh, but what about marrying outside the culture? Ya akhi, buy the ingredients first. Okay, this is what I want in my meal. Speak Arabic, boom, boom, boom. Go find the ingredients wherever they sell them and cook yourself a meal.
Right now we are in bro, I'm lost, bro. In Perth. And right now we're about to go, I guess, have some breakfast or something. Even though it's 1 p.m. I don't do breakfast personally. I just do one time a day, and then I just eat once a day, and then whenever I get hungry throughout the day, I might eat a little something like this, little protein bar. You know what I mean? CP or L. So right now the brothers from Perth came to pick us up. My social battery is very low, to be honest with you. So we'll see how today goes. We have a talk in the night. That's the type of talks or the type of time that I don't like because my brain don't function too well in the night. But alhamdulillah, this is jihad.
لنفتنهم فيه
وبعدين
ربك خير وأبقى. نعم. Go and translate the ayah. I don't feel like translating it. If you don't really understand, well, maybe it's the moment to realize, oh wow, I need to learn the Arabic language. 1,000 in the 1800s? This was built in 1800s. It looks, well, Al-Andalusi will be more circulish like this. This is more Middle Eastern. But this is the oldest masjid in Perth. مش كده؟ أهو. Built by the Afghanis. أهو. Oh, that's for the sisters, I think. I was in a masjid and I had twisted my ankle. It was a masjid of like students of knowledge, like in Egypt. And my ankle was swollen. So we started praying, and the French brother, he wanted me to stick my ankle to his ankle. And I said, Wallah, ana ajiz. And he didn't know much Arabic. I said, ana ajiz. He said, لا تحب السنة لا تحب السنة. I said, أقول لك أنا عاجز ما أقدر. زي طيب هذا السنة معناه تحب. يا أخي سبحان الله. طيب أنا مش مسلم يعني مش عايز. There was another brother in front of me as well. He was wearing a backpack. There's a brother, they just yell at him like, move your backpack. I was like, SubhanAllah, man. That was right before I started to pray. The energy was mad weird, bro.
Praying next to a brother, I'm praying like this together. So I'm right next to him. He put my finger, put it on my chest. I'm just like, he's
It's always the brothers that they don't know Arabic, they haven't studied. They take their knowledge and their foundation based on fatawayat and based on one opinion out of maybe 10 opinions. And they stick to it, and anyone that does anything wrong, or anyone that does anything different than what they do, is haram. I remember once I was making wudu in the masjid, and I was washing my my face with one hand. Brother said, هذا ما يجوز. You cannot do wudu with one hand in your face, you have to do it with both hands. I said, لا طيب. قلت من فين طيب. Oh, actually, this side of this shop right here looks like LA as well, right? Here we go again. All about the Arabic language, to revive it, to show the Muslims that it don't matter if you're Arab, if you're not. This is your language. This is why you should learn it. So tonight, at Masjid Al-Khalil in Malaga, as we call it in Spain, we're gonna be there inshallah. Perth, come through. It's the last day. So take advantage of these moments with the brothers so we can all get inspired and grow together. Bi-idhnillah Azza wa Jal. For example, when we were in Mauritania, I was absolutely obsessed with my daily routine with the Quran, to a way where I don't want to do anything else, I don't want to talk about anything else. I remember even Hanif at one point, he said, should we go to the laundry? Even that was a waste of time. I don't want to go into the laundry to drop something off will be 5 minutes or 10 minutes. That means probably the repetition of a page 10 times. That's how obsessed I was about it. And still, one morning I woke up and I was like, yo, I cannot memorize, bro. I gotta go back to... Brother, stop it. Sometimes, you know, it's more important to protect yourself than actually get something which is mustahab to a certain extent, which is knowledge. Just saying, look how it sounds. He said, this chai latte.
This is a chai latte. Chai latte. This is chai latte, eh?
ده كلام ده.
One of the other, instead of jumping into both Quran and Arabic.
Yeah, and you're gonna do Quran. Both are going to be, both is two. Like the thing is, if you focus on Quran and Arabic at the same time, it will take you maybe 3-4 years to master both. But if you focus on one first, it might take you 1 year to master Arabic. And then you memorizing the Quran is directly impacting your Arabic level. And then Quran you can do it because now you know Arabic is easier to memorize. And instead of taking you 4 years, maybe it takes you 3 or 2 years only. So when you try and do two things at the same time, look at this. This ركز معايا بقى. This is a live example of why you need to focus on one fan first. Now do like this. I will give you 1 minute and you need to put the greens here and the browns here. Let's see how long it takes you. You cannot just say, I'm just gonna pick the green ones and put them all here first and then do these ones. You have to do, and whatever comes. This is why you need to focus on one field of knowledge at a time.
I went off script, huh?
29 seconds. Now do the same, but you first focus on the greens and then you focus on the browns. ونفسه هو تقريبا بقى الرجل ما ينفعش له. You kind of went faster like this, right? Because your brain is just focusing on one task at a time. If every time you're about to do an action, your brain has to first, like, imagine it's how many steps. Okay, first I look at the thing, then I pick one, then I have to decide where to put it. So I have to remember which one, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. However, if you just focus on, okay, right now it's just the greens and they need to be here. It's literally just find the green, put it here. It's just 2 tasks instead of 5 tasks. So this is obviously a small and short time type of task. Imagine this, you compare it to a big long-term type of task which requires everyday decision taking. If you have to focus first on your Arabic and then you're on your Quran and you're tiring your brain every single day, these 2-3 seconds that you did it faster like this in comparison to a big long-term task like memorizing the Quran and learning Arabic, those 3 seconds might be equal to 6 months or 9 months or 10 months. The point is, if you focus on one task first, then that task you're going to be able to complete it faster and more efficiently, because your brain is all that it's focusing on. I don't know, when we first started seeking knowledge and wanted to learn knowledge, we don't realize a year is nothing to learn Arabic.
out of 60, 70, 80, whatever the case will be for the person that you're gonna believe in, it's just 1 year of focus. And then the rest of your life, you're gonna need Arabic to leave the Quran as a lifestyle. And don't get me wrong, some people they can do both, you know. But at this pace, being in places like this, it don't look like we can do both. I was just thinking like how much crap we don't even realize. These environments like this, stimulation like this, social media, no way. We don't even realize at what speed and efficiency we can actually operate at. We're not even operating at even a 1% of efficiency towards knowledge or anything. We don't realize how much what we put on our bodies affects us and decreases the efficiency. We don't realize how much being in different places, hearing different sounds, different music and stuff like this, how much it affects us. You get home, can't even open the mushaf, seeing a couple kissing each other in the street.
قال أفرأيتم ما كنتم تعبدون أنتم وآباؤكم الأقدمون. Somebody comes to Australia, they ask me, oh, you're from Barcelona, what do you think about Barcelona football group? I don't care, what are you talking about? I came here to give dawah, we're all gonna die. Talking about Barcelona team, I don't care about no Ronaldinho, Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. What they gonna do for me in my grave? We came here to talk about the Arabic language and how is it going to give you access to the Quran and the Sunnah. Because that's the most important thing that anybody needs to be doing. Oh, what do you think about this? I don't care. We all going to die. Discipline is the only skill required that you will need to accomplish any other skill, any other goal. Whether it's learning Arabic, whether it's memorizing the Quran, whether it's memorizing Sahih Bukhari, whether it's memorizing Sahih Muslim. So if you're going to take something from me, from this lesson, and we don't see each other again in this dunya, take two things from me. First thing is, nothing matters in this life. All your hobbies, all your football, Manchester, Barcelona, we don't care about none of that. The only thing that's going to be beneficial for your akhirah is seeking knowledge. قال الله وقال رسول قال الصحابة. Allah said, the Prophet ﷺ said, the Sahaba said. The more you know about these three things, the more knowledge you have, the more khashiyah, the more fear of Allah you have, the more your heart is at peace. Second thing is you won't be able to achieve that unless you know how to discipline yourself, unless you are in control of yourself. You do whatever you say you will do. As Allah says in the Quran, O you who have believed, why do you say what you don't do? It's not something that is befitting for the believer to do something different than what he said he will do. These are the two things I want you to take from me today.
You don't do videos online? Teach online? Fine, I feel like I've seen you before. You never did no video, no interview, no podcast maybe? Wasn't you refuted once maybe? So like that.
Have you been refuted, Chef? Or?
Of course, yeah. Since Egypt.
Since Egypt, huh?
Yeah, the first refutation was the Mudir of Al-Ibana. He said he's a sponge. He deals with everyone. He's a sponge.
Okay, مميع يعني.
Hey, مميع. He didn't want to say the word, so he just said sponge.
Sponge, huh?
Because they didn't have something يعني بالضبط يعني. Because I used to be with the Maji brothers, and they see me with the Sheikh Rabiad, and they see me with. I was just dealing with brothers. I don't think who he
is. Yeah, you don't get background there.
تبديع بالمصاحبة وبال.
How's it?
It's been too many things, man. But the first thing, the most apparent thing to me is a big reminder for myself. I only realized how little I was doing. So I'm ready to go back and just set a new plan for myself. I'm a sheikh. ازيك؟ تمام؟ انت من فين؟ احسن ناس. ما شاء الله. اهلا وسهلا.
هذا حسن حاشي الازهر.
الله. احنا كلنا مصريين بقى. أم الدنيا. هل في عالم لم يقضي وقتا في مصر؟
قد يكون في.
صح.
وأنا لست منهم.
لا. في من العلماء. أيوه. على ما أعتقد الشيخ الألباني ما جلغى المسجد.
الله. دليل.
يمكن هو ما راحش بس لو استاذ او استاذ او يعني حد في يعني حد في السكه احنا قاعدين نتكلم حد في السكه حد في السكه
عصبيه يا شيخ
كان مصري.
شوف هو العلم موجود في مصر ما في شك.
صح.
لكن ما معناه كل عالم متخرج من هناك.
اها اها
البخاري هو عجمي
الله
ليس مصري.
صح.
لكن
طيب الصومال مليانه بعلماء كذلك.
والله الصوماليين بعدين.
He's not Somali, he's
Eritrean.
Yes.
Somebody here here.
MashaAllah. My heart is now soft for and in need of knowledge. You know what I mean? Like all this ذكريات and دعوة إلى الله تجاه العلم وكذا. It can only but make you. أنت جيت وتروح وقلبك نفس الوضع يعني.
ازاي يا عم؟
So me, I feel ready to I'm like, yo, I gotta go Mauritania, yo, like. Yeah, Brisbane, that setup was crazy. That Islamic College of Brisbane.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Maybe they even got bigger ones, I think.
And they making an only girls one next to it.
Wow. When you go there, they got everything you do.
That's the Islamic State of Brisbane.
Islamic set up.
بعدين طيب نقوم ونغلب على أستراليا كاملة يعني. I think I just reached that peak in my life where I really don't care about nothing. The police officer, when I got to the airport, she was telling me, "What do you plan on visiting Australia?" I don't care about nothing about Australia. I'm just coming for one thing, ma'am. I came for a mission. We have a few talks. That's it. So I think that's what I really don't care about nothing else. It's either Andalus Institute, how to grow Andalus Institute, how to make it the best online institute out there, or how my personal goals, my seeking knowledge, or how can I take care of these kids and my family. Other than this, I don't really care about nothing. معلش يعني. زعلان kid. Or by the ingredients, then who? The brother he's talking about, he wants Adiga, my nigga. What was that again? A nigga, oh, my nigga, me.
No, my nigga is not me. A nigga is me, a nigga. No, my nigga, a nigga.
No, my nigga.
Muhim, the brother he's talking about, he wants a sister that speaks Arabic, this, that. No, he wants to be fluent in Arabic. Let's marry a sister that speaks Arabic. Oh, but what about marrying outside the culture? Ya akhi, buy the ingredients first. Okay, this is what I want in my meal. Speak Arabic, boom, boom, boom. Go find the ingredients wherever they sell them and cook yourself a meal. Go to the local supermarket that you always buy from. No, your local supermarket because you want your culture. You want your own culture, so you stick to your local supermarket. But you go into the supermarket knowing what ingredients you want. So if you want like Somali food, go to a Somali supermarket or a supermarket where they sell Somali ingredients, and in there find the ingredient. Speaks Arabic fluently. I only seen this in movies. I didn't know you guys had this in Australia as well.
No, we just recently got it. It was always open.
But Australia is safe, right?
No.
No, it's safe. We just want coconut water, brother.
Is it? Today is the last day, literally. Last day of the tour. We're in Perth. At this point, to be honest, we all sad, happy, ready to go home, ready to see our families, ready to get back to work. My heart is soft for the remembrance of Allah. I want to study more. And I only realize how little I know through this tour and how much I have to revise. Alhamdulillah, right now we have 2 more talks in Perth. Then the guys are leaving. I'm spending 1 more night here. Tomorrow morning, inshallah, heading back to the UAE. Allah, this tour in Australia, the first one that has benefit like crazy has been me. And just in Qaddar Allah that I came across the qawl yesterday, اجعل تعليمك دراسة لك. As reported in Jami' Bayan al-Ilm wa Fadli. Literally when you teach, and this is why I think Hanif should be teaching after all these years in Egypt, you gotta be teaching, because now I realize this is actually what keeps my iman, what keeps me on the path. You know, this is the first year in 6 years that I didn't have like my life mission written, that I didn't have my objectives, that I didn't, and all of this, you know why? Because of my last trip to Mauritania last year. Because I was like, after this, man, I generally didn't know how I was gonna approach and what I was gonna change in my life. So I came back and I was like, you know what, let me fix Andalus Institute and make my business life according to this lifestyle that I want to live, which is the student of knowledge, teaching, etc. So it took me long months to the point where we're almost at the end of the year and I didn't even write anything. So I think one of my next affirmations is to actually force myself to teach people, because you know, some people, they just love teaching. They don't have no knowledge. but they just love teaching and they just love arguing about it. Some of the people have just a little bit of knowledge, like myself. And when you have knowledge, you actually don't want to teach it because you're like, yeah, I realize how little I know. So who I am to be teaching, be in front of people. But then I realized that these past weeks, talking about it, even ahadith which are, you have memorized, I don't know how many years ago, من سلك طريقا يلتمس فيه علما سهل الله له طريقا الجنة هل يستوي الذين يعلمون والذين لا يعلمون. All these ayat about تعظيم العلم and ahadith is almost like I almost didn't forget them, but it was far back in my mind. And I mean, from the hikmah of seeking knowledge is repetition, revising, going over and over and over every day. I realized as well, I'm not even like, I need to be reading at least Riyadh Salihin with your family. You need to be doing something if you're really about knowledge, and you need to be fully immersed in knowledge. So this trip has been, subhanAllah, it's been another hook on my. It wasn't as strong as when we were in Mauritania, but it's been a reset, subhanAllah, and it happened right before the year finishes. Almost like Allah Azza wa Jal, because we went to Mauritania, it was Iman high. Then I went back to Dubai, low. Muraja became super weak. I was thinking, oh, let me just fix the business, this, that. And now at the end of the year, it's almost like Allah Azza wa Jal telling me, you remember what you were saying in the beginning of the year? This is your other reminder, so you don't, now that you have, fixed everything you wanted to fix and organized kind of everything how you wanted to organize it, now is the time to take the next step into organizing your lifestyle, to make it about seeking knowledge and just living truly and really for the seeking of knowledge. Like look, like this how Saudis go. اقترب للناس حسابهم وهم في غفلة معرضون ما يأتيهم من ذكر محدث إلا استمعوه وهم يلعبون. It's like two. Now Egyptians go like اقترب للناس حسابهم وهم في غفلة معرضون ما يأتيهم من ذكر من ربهم محدث إلا استمعوه وهم يلعبون. But then there's some Egyptians تكلف أخي.
Yeah,
they go like like طيب ينفع الكلام ده؟ From the etiquettes of these faida, from the etiquettes of students of knowledge, you shouldn't pick another student book without his permission. You shouldn't look at his notes without his permission. That's from the etiquettes of students of knowledge. Tfaddal. Literally, the other day I had some notes. My wife came, looked at it. I said, that's not from the etiquette of Tullab Ilm. Your notes are personal things. And in a book, for example, you might have a book, and I go in there, and I might write a note in a particular place. And I might write something personal. This is why I should treat my wife like that. You see what I'm trying to say? So that's why the hikmah of the etiquettes of privacy of somebody's books or somebody's notes. I'm not saying don't take it. It's just for the faida, as a side note. So this is why I say that with the Arabic language, when I was in my low state of iman, and when I would hear a scholar or hear the Quran, is what protected me and reminded me of the importance of knowledge. And so I didn't realize how much of an impact it will have on me, not only spiritually, but as well, in dunya matters as well. Now, this is the reason why we have this tour called Arabic Revival 360. This is the reason why I sit here and I tell you guys about the importance of the Arabic language, because the Arabic language is what allowed me to change and is what allows me to stay who I am today. Because without the Arabic language, I cannot access the books of the scholars, the sources, the Quran, the Sunnah, and actually memorize them so I can then give it to people. And again, why do I want to do that? Is because revising knowledge, learning it, memorizing it, acting upon it, and then spreading it, that's what keeps my level of iman at its peak.
كلا سيعلمون ثم كلا سيعلمون
ألم نجعل الأرض مهادا
والجبال أوتادا
وخلقناكم أزواجا
وجعلنا نومكم سباتا وجعلنا الليل لباسا
وجعلنا النهار معاشا
وبنينا فوقكم سبعا شدادا
وجعلنا سراجا وهاجا
وأنزلنا من المعصرات ماء ثجاجا
لنخرج به حبا ونباتا
وجنات ألفافا
إن يوم الفصل كان ميقاتا
يوم ينفخ في الصور فتأتون أفواجا
وفتحت السماء فكانت أبوابا
وصيرت الجبال فكانت سرابا
إن جهنم كانت مرصادا
للطاغين مآبا
لابثين فيها أحقابا
لا يذوقون فيها بردا ولا شرابا
فكمل
إلا حميما وغساقا جزاء وفاقا إنهم كانوا لا يرجون حسابا
أكمل
فكذبوا يا تفضل شيخ حنيف
خلاص لا
كم يا شيخ
ينفع كده؟
طيب كم يا شيخ طيب ما ينفعش من وقف ليه طيب هو حافظ إن للمتقين مفازا
حدائق وأعنابا
وكواعب أترابا
وكأسا دهاقا
لا يسمعون فيها لغوا ولا كذابا
جزاء من ربك عطاء حسابا
رب السماوات والأرض وما بينهما الرحمن لا يملكون منه خطابا
رب السماوات والأرض وما بينهما الرحمن لا يملكون منه خطابا.
Yeah, well, this is the one thing I don't like when you have to host brothers knowing they have to leave, man. No homo though.
لا طيب هتزعله ولا لا مش زعلان لا طيب خير طيب. One day I'm walking in the street and I see Jiki, the guy I didn't see for a long time, Senegalese with a white thobe. He saw me, he said, how you doing? We hugged each other and so on, and he invited me to his house. As I know it today, he was giving me dawah. At that time, I just looked at it as a regular catch-up. He brought me to his house. His mom made us some food. We spoke. He's telling me about how he changed and so on, and how he's practicing the religion right now. And now he showed me a video of students in Medina University showing a tour of the university and explaining how they learn in Arabic, how they seek in knowledge, and so on. Now, if you remember in the beginning, my identity crisis is all I know of people who practice this religion is Moroccan uncles and Pakistani uncles. Now I'm seeing these guys, I'm seeing Ismail Bimon, rahimahullah, who passed away of cancer, similar to Ali Banat, rahimahumullah. Likewise, there was another brother, Abdul Hakim, who later on became good friends with them. But they were my early inspiration. I saw now people who looked like me, who were influenced by the same urban hip-hop culture that I was influenced by. And so now it started to pick my interest. Also, it's not only my father's religion. There's other people doing this. So now this brother, he invited me to his masjid. So I went to the masjid next Friday, and the khutbah was in French, which I think is the first time that I heard a khutbah in other than Arabic. And so I actually understood, and I actually was motivated because the masjid was crowded by young people. Same type of people that I saw in the video. Young people influenced by urban culture, and I feel identified with them. After the khutbah, I heard that some brother called Ahmed is coming. And everybody's talking about him, yes, he's coming, this, that. After the khutbah, we all sitting down, all the brothers that were staying, waiting for Ahmed. So Ahmed comes through the door, everybody gets up, Ahmed, mashallah, everybody gives him a hug. And the fame amongst kuffar is not like the fame amongst Muslims. Muslims, we know, the only one worthy of worship is Allah Azza wa Jal. And taqdeesul ashkhas, and giving too much importance to a person, is nothing but istighlazun kabir. Istighlazun kabir jiddan. Which is a word that we invented these past days in the tour for the word glazing. Istaghlaza yastaghlizu, istaghliz istighlazun. Glazing. Now this brother, he sat us down and he started explaining to us how he came from Damaj, a place called Damaj. At that time, I didn't know what Damaj was. He came from Damaj and they went to the mountains and the Shia stopped them and they took Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim from them, threw it away. And they had problems and he and these and these, and he's explaining all these problems he went through some mountain travel, I don't know how long, and did some illegal type of residency type of stuff just to get to a place where then I realized he just went there literally just to seek knowledge, just to learn Arabic, just to learn about the Quran, about Allah, His Prophet, and the Sahaba. So now I realized that now I already seen something. I seen that young Muslims in France, they care about Al-Islam. Now on top of this, I realized that the top, fame, which if it's fame, it comes with something that that person is doing good in that field. So it made me realize that knowledge was the top thing to do in Al-Islam when I saw Ahmad. So we met Ahmad, so I got inspired. Now I want to learn too. So I started taking classes in that masjid.
Assalamu alaikum. I wanted to end this vlog with just talking from the heart. No crazy edits, no script, just from the heart. And the reason is because this vlog and that last talk, it was the last talk of the tour. And you can imagine how heavy to the heart it was to me first to give 20 to 25 talks across 5 different cities in Australia. And this last talk, it was quite heavy on my heart. And even though I was very tired and I was supposed to catch a flight in a few hours after that talk, I felt so energized and so passionate about what I was talking about. Or let me say, I felt energized because of how passionate about what I was talking about I am. And so the whole topic was, which is something I came to realize at the end of the tour, because obviously a lot of the topics that were given to me was about the Arabic language, how to learn the Arabic language, our identity. And every time I would talk about the Arabic language, I couldn't help myself but talk about the importance of seeking knowledge in order for your heart to be at peace. أَلَا بِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ تَطْمَئِنُّ الْقُلُوبِ. Isn't it with the remembrance of Allah that your heart finds peace? So at the end of the talks, i.e., the last 3 cities, I started to talk more about the importance of seeking knowledge and how seeking knowledge changed me. And the Arabic language was none other than just the gateway to actually get to that knowledge. And the knowledge itself, whether it was the knowledge of, that was coming from the tafsir of the Quran, whether it was the knowledge that was coming from the hadith, whether it was the knowledge that was coming from the scholars, that is what was keeping my iman and my identity as a practicing, submitted Muslim to Allah Azza wa Jal going. And, just this morning, I was actually at a coffee shop with my mom and my sister, and I was telling them the importance of the Arabic language and how much is lost when you don't know Arabic in a way where, for example, if you are washing dishes or you are, you go to the masjid, or even if I'm leading the prayer and my sister prays behind me, those few ayat, if you have the bare minimum Arabic, you will understand 80% of it, and that will soften your heart. Matter of fact, just 15 minutes ago, I was listening to the tafsir of the Quran before I sat down on my desk. As I was making my protein shake, and I was listening to the tafsir of Surah An-Nur. And Allah Azza wa Jalla said, وَلَا تَأْخُذْكُمْ رَأْفَةً. And don't let your heart take any sort of rahmah or any sort of softness and mercy when it comes to applying the rulings of Allah Azza wa Jalla. If somebody does something bad, a crime or whatever it might be according to the Sharia, don't say, oh no, I feel bad, forgive him. Obviously in the context of the ayah, just to say that I just listened to this ayah and I literally felt physically my heart feel soft in humbleness to Allah Azza wa Jal, in submission to Allah Azza wa Jal, in remembering Him. And that is literally what أَلَا بِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ تَطْمَئِنُّ الْقُلُوبِ. Isn't it with the remembrance of Allah that hearts find peace? And the more you can be in touch with this remembrance, the more your heart is at peace. And so when you don't know the Arabic language, your
seeking of knowledge will take actual intention of you sitting down in front of a sheikh and then the translator, and then you have to wait for that translator to translate what the sheikh is saying. So if there is anything that I want you to get from this last vlog, is that your heart will not find peace unless you seek knowledge and unless you are close to the Quran. And it's very hard to be close to the Quran when you don't know the language in which it was revealed. I would love to continue the conversation with you guys in the comments. وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم.